We live, baby. Let's go. The Knicks are back, and so is KOT. Welcome to the Knick of Time Show. I am your co-host, Leah Strabito. Jay Ellis is at work right now. So the 1-2 punch of Ebony and I are going to hold the fort down. Definitely need to give a shout out to my main sis. You know her, the D1 baller, former Rookie of the Year for the KOT show, and recent credentialed source in The Guardian this morning. My main sister, Mad Knit fan, aka Ebony. How you feeling?
Mute button kicking my butt. I'm feeling good. Appreciate you. It's always a good time to link up with you, Lee, and especially appreciate you for allowing me big time and to be part of your article. It meant a lot for real. But just this Nick, as a basketball fan, I can't ask for more. But a championship, I can't ask for more. Just the championship. A championship, please. Thank you. But I think I just love what I saw. I can't wait to break this down with you because from an X's and O's standpoint, it was very, very beautiful.
Absolutely. I've always wanted to press that button on live, and I finally got the chance to fire off the gunshots. Told Jay this whole episode might just be nothing but gunshots and very little analysis, but that's impossible with me and Ebony on the ones and twos. If you didn't know, I had an opportunity to write about the WNBA as culture wars, right wingers and MAGA trying to hijack the sport to make it a battleground for their personal politics. And writing about the WNBA, I had to ask the smartest ball knower I know, which is Ebony. So Ebony was quoted as a source in the story, giving her perspective on why the WNBA should be judged on its own merits. And it was awesome to be able to collaborate with her first on my Substack, and now again at The Guardian. Is as much of an honor for her as it is for me. Let's talk about these Knicks. New York Knicks going to Abu Dhabi and smack the hell out of the Philadelphia 76ers 99-84. Thought we were going to hit that 100-burger with that huge shot. I was hoping for it. But otherwise, an absolute beatdown by the Knicks and Mike Brown's new system, which we will touch on. High scores of a game tonight. You have my main man, Deuce McBride, who I think should be the fifth Beatle in that starting lineup. Gave you 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 big rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals for plus 11. Then our starting unit, Karl-Anthony Towns, giving you 11 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, plus 11. Mikal Bridges is the third leading scorer with 10 points, as well as 1 rebound, 2 steals, and plus 11. Lots of really fun things to talk about with this game. Ebony, I want to start the convo about what everyone else is wanting to start combo with, the offense. What would it look like under Mike Brown's push and space and pace and high up-tempo push offense? I want to hear your thoughts. What did you like? What did you think can be improved on? And what was your overall analysis of how we put the ball in the hoop?
You got to give me a minute.
that might's beating you like the Knicks beat the 76ers. You got guarded 3. Guarded 3.
You gotta give me a minute. But yes, they look good. They look good. Oh my goodness, they look good. And just a lot of stuff that I had preached to see, that I hope to see on what I thought we would look like under Mike Brown. We saw that today. We saw that today. You saw 2-man with Cat and action with Cat and Mitch. You saw our defense principles, and the points in the paints was a little bit to be worried about, but it's going to take time. When we don't have defense, people that have natural defensive instincts, it takes time. So through practice and the reps, because you see Jalen Brunson, like, do I go over there? Do I go here? Like, you see it hesitate and not being fluid yet. Same thing with Cat. So a little bit with Jordan Clarkson also. So like, you see, that's going to take time, but you saw them look better defensively. It wasn't just flyby. It wasn't just flyby all the time. You seen people hedging. You see people poking the ball, coming to, stagger the ball the ball a little bit. So this is what you get under Mike Brown, a team concept. You saw no matter who was in this game today, it looked easy. That's what ball and play and movement does. This is why I'm thinking of Tibbs used to make me mad with this team. That's why I went crazy on this podcast about that. because look how easy it looks. It doesn't matter from Matthews to Jalen Brunson. It didn't matter. Whoever was in that on that court today, it looked easy. So
Yeah.
I can't wait. Deuce, he was walking to the he was walking to the Chinese restaurant with that basketball. He was walking to the Chinese restaurant. He was
Yep.
he was doing it. The Nike commercial. He was. I told you every year we ask something of Deuce and he does it. Jump shot looking. The release looks faster. Looks more fluid. He did a as State would say. He did a beat bop boot. He did the beat bop boop and pulled up for a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Like what? Okay, Deuce, and then did the dribble move and went to the basket, learning to keep the defense on his back. That is huge for a point guard, like because you're dictating what's going on. You've learned how to run a team. It seems just from what I saw today. He took it. Clyde got on him, but I was actually happy that he did it. He got into the lane, created himself, got into the lane. He could have had a floater, maybe a little jump stop midi in the paint. But what he did was give to an open shooter in the 3-point, creating for others. That stood out for me. I was like, let's go, Deuce. Clyde was mad at him, but I was like, let's go, Deuce. You know, because if he would have hit the shot, it would have been real unselfish. And that seemed to be another thing under Mike Brown, the one more pass, the better
Yes.
pass.
Yes.
And you know who did that, who was a master of that? The Spurs, Popovich, when they had Kawhi, when they had that huge deep lineup, they were masters of the one more pass. It was why they were so deadly. They were so unselfish. So I'm super excited about this season and to get to break down this season. Oh my goodness.
Lots to be happy about on the offensive end. There's some raw stats you can look at that point to the projection of what we will eventually be once continuity sets in place with so many new additions. I think Brown might have played every single guy on the roster tonight. It seemed like it. So that'll be trimmed as well. But you can look at how many threes they shot. 39, which is one behind what Mike Brown said he wanted to shoot, 40 a game. Actually won the fast break battle. 24 points off of the fast break compared to Philadelphia 10. You think about how small Philly played, how many guards they played at one time. That's kind of impressive that the Knicks were able to outpace them, even though Mike Brown went with a lot of rotations that involved bigger guys, depending on guys like Diawara to have a handle and keep their handle and transition. It's very impressive all around from number 1 to number 15 on the roster, as well as just the overall offensive tempo off of their defense. They forced 20 turnovers on the Philadelphia 76ers and got 13 steals. Those led to really easy transition points on the other end. And you can kind of watch the first 5 minutes was a lot of set plays. And something that I took a good and bad out of that. The good is the dudes who were initiating the triggers, which were a lot of Bridges, a lot of Jalen Brunson, and then eventually Jordan Clarkson when he came in, they knew when to set, when the defense was allowing gaps to kickstart that offensive set, where the mismatch and miscommunication was coming from. And this is kind of depressing. One was, where are the off-ball guys supposed to be? On the weak side of the action where the ball is not, on that side of the court, guys didn't really know, am I supposed to set a screen here or am I supposed to cut to the basket? I saw multiple instances where Hart was confused, Cat was confused, which leads to my second point. Really the guys who were kind of the most lost in this new offense were the guys who had been here at least a season, were the dudes who had been playing extensive minutes under Tom Thibodeau. They're not used to having to be a key cog off ball as much as they are on ball. And that's going to take time over a lot of minutes and a lot of continuity minutes, sharing the court with the other starters and the other Tibbs veterans to wash that yuck off and to realize they need to be just as much of a hub or a potential decoy off ball as they are on ball.
Yeah, facts. Not like just constant movement. Everybody off ball a little bit. Everybody, he even let Jalen cook though. Okay, go ahead, do your thing for a minute. He let him do it. You know, it was an instance where he had the ball in his hand a lot, and he was able to create, do what he does. So he's just letting everybody play their game, and I so love it. You talk about just adjustments and different things. In one play when Matthews was in, I think it was the third quarter, fourth quarter, I can't remember exactly. We did a matchup zone in the middle of Philly's offensive set. The same set. We started in man, and then we just zoned it real quick. They put it to, what was it, VJ, the rookie, the one that tried to posterize Mitch.
VJ.
Yeah, they gave it to him on the corner. Mitch still tipped that though. They they gave the ball to him on the wing. Once they passed it to him on the wing, Garrett Matthews kind of was looking lost. He didn't know where to go. I forgot who was playing next to him. It was the center though. They pointed to him and they played a zone real quick in the middle of which comes offensive set. And I'm like, okay, I see it. So he plays around with stuff like that to disguise his coverages. And the fact that I did see him do zone just for a little while. It shows he's willing to do that. So coach willing to do stuff, y'all. I don't know how to feel right now.
Also another change. Tibbs always, Shamet would come in and Tibbs would run some action in campaign as well for the first time all game. Usually it happened at the end of the first or beginning of the second. It would be your first pistol action. There would be some two-man game between Brunson and Payne or Brunson and Landry Shamet to get them open. I think Tibbs understood these guys haven't been having the reps, the starters off. I have to get them downhill and get into some curl into some open shots. We saw that for our starters out the gate. Patom Dadier, tons of action, zoom action, pistol action for Dadier to hit those threes above the break. Then you also saw it for Bridges. The same action being run for Bridges. As the substitutions came in, Garrison Matthews got the same opportunities in those sets. I was like, Eureka. The idea that not just your bench players need specific sets to get them going, not depending on Bridges to shoot off motion to get into his shot. No, these should be catch and shoot opportunities, handoff opportunities from the get. And Mike Brown was doing DHO off rip first 2 or 3 sets of the offense. I was like, wow, this is going to be a strategy that to be incorporated game to game. So when playoff time comes around and the defense is taking away their first 3 primary actions, cool, we got a bag of tricks to go to that have been actually practiced in practice and in games to rely on to get us some easy offense and get guys going. Like I was like, yo, already, I don't care if some things went messy. I don't care how clunky it gets. He's using people to their strengths. The ones who didn't dribble. The ones who didn't pass. All that elbow action for Cat in the first quarter. I was like, this is what we should have been running first quarter in the beginning of the season. Instead, Tibbs figuring out February, okay, I'm going to start incorporating X, Y, and Z into the offense.
Facts. Shout out my guy, Phil. What's up? Phil? We look good.
Go. We got Phil in the building, baby.
Yeah. And Glenn was in the
Hey.
building. Appreciate y'all for coming. Yes. So yeah, we just like you mentioned, other plays for everybody, just anybody, just the best available shot that play to Matthews off the inbound.
Yo, beautiful.
It was smooth. It was easy. It was smooth. So I was like, yes, because exactly, if you have a person that a strength, it doesn't matter who it is, you utilize that. Mm-hmm. So if you have a knockdown shooter, get him easy looks. And Matthew's showing if you do give him the easy looks, he's going to knock it down. That's what he did today. And like you mentioned, just the instant offense, the ball movement, the 2-man game with the possibilities with Cat and Mitch. Just Mitch being able to give Cat easy buckets. He gets an opportunity for free throws, and one opportunity he missed it, but he got free throws. We've seen that multiple times. The chemistry that Cat and Mitch are trying to get. Mitch bobble some balls, and also that's another thing. I know we're going to talk about Jalen Brunson, but I saw Mitch ask him to throw it up, and this baby bounced past it. What's up? Live not in the repertoire, but we're gonna get to that.
Yeah. It's coming.
We'll
Pause.
We'll get to it. Like I just saw Mikal look good. I seen people look free. They look free. I know we're gonna talk about Shamet. They look free. They look like they belong. It didn't matter who it was. They look very free. Like they were not thinking. Just play my game. Like just get the best available shot. That's it. If I don't have it, give it to somebody else that does.
Yeah, the two MVPs I thought were the two guys that looked like they were having the most fun on the court, and the two guys that were looked to be the happiest that they were playing with a different person on the sidelines, which is Mikal Bridges and Deuce McBride. Damn it! I hope at some point Deuce McBride gets an opportunity to play with the starters, because you're right, the bag of tricks has expanded. The dribble, it's tighter. His ability to dribble through traffic and dribbling through a blitz looks a little bit tighter as well. He's already had that on the perimeter, side step back, move in motion, but now he's adding that to the intermediate game, which he needed, because that layup package through traffic was really rough the last two seasons. So if he can do things to grant him a little more space, just watch Brunson tape. Brunson has every counter he can do to get additional space to finish around the rim. You're going to have easier looks. And Deuce, I mean, against some really strong guards, defensive guards, all trying to prove themselves on Philly, I thought he was one of the standouts, and he played with a looseness. Him and Mikal Bridges, I thought, not just as to getting their own shot, but looking for others and scoring for others. I felt like Bridges really understood what his role was, which in the first quarter with the starters was running the offense. Brunson, I mean, how many times did we see within the first 3 seconds of a set, Brunson's already off ball, acting as a decoy, sucking the gravity of a defense toward him so that Bridges has more of an opportunity for one-on-one game. And same thing with Deuce. Those two guys specifically, even though the minutes were truncated and, you only got 10 points out of Bridges and 12 points out of Deuce, I thought they were highly, highly effective. And once you see the volume on the three-point opportunities go up, Bridges already was cranking out 5 threes and hit 2 of them. But once you see that go up even more, I mean, this is going to be pick your poison. How do you stop these guys?
And that's why you want a ball movement and player movement. You can't. It's hard. You have to think on the fly, and then we're doing it on both ends. So that wears a team down. All day I'm thinking. All day I'm thinking about what I got to do. I'm thinking about how I got to defend them because they're moving so fast. And now they're making me move fast. They're putting pressure on me to make different, to move fast. That wears a team down. And you're like, who do I go to? I'm trying to pay attention to Brunson and Mikal all over the court. Oh, and then we're not even mentioning OG didn't play today. So
right.
Right. So you got OG all over the court. You even see for Josh that he can move. He can work in the system. It didn't matter who it was. It didn't. Dadier looked good, show his strength. Before, I'm gonna say real quick, before the big difference, if I forget the big difference between Dadier last year and this year, he's added some strength. He's always been a decent defender, good defender to stay in front of people. But they would bump him off to create the separation and score. That they couldn't bump him off. I seen him do it with Maxey. I seen that Maxey try to bump him off and he didn't move. I seen Oubre try to do it. He walled up on them. Good contest. So like that's something to look at. You never know. You just never know. But Deuce, I said it before in last pod that he might throw a wrench in the whole Brogdon plan. He might throw a wrench in the whole Brogdon plan. Because with him and Clarkson, they showed today to me that they have enough to hold down the fort on offense for the bench. You get what I mean? You can stagger Mitch if that's what it is. But Huck looked good today. He looked good today. Looked like he slimmed down, taking his body serious. He looked real good today. So he slides in the backup for some of those minutes too. But with Deuce and Clarkson, it got to a point where we did get stagnant a little bit on offense. Every time we needed a bailout, it was either Deuce or Clarkson. You talking about showing your whole bag. He did a step back Dirk midi. One leg Dirk midi. I'm like, okay, show off. As soon as he came in the game, Deuce, it was instant impact. Instant impact. Defensive play. Then I think it was a 3-point right after it. Instant impact. And then he kept doing it. Whenever we needed it, he kept doing it. So that shows growth. It again could throw that wrench in the plan. Because the whole thing was, could Deuce handle that? Could he handle running the team and getting his buckets? Could he do that? Was his handle good enough to get into the paint? You know what I'm saying? We know about his defense capabilities. I don't question that ever. And yeah, and we just a deep team. Clarkson can help. You can see sometimes he's going to give it and sometimes he's going to take it. We knew that. That's something I said. Sometimes he might be a candidate for the Shaq and the Fool. Sometimes he might make appearances, but But when he's on, he's on. Cause like I mentioned, when we needed a bucket at times, he came through. But like
Any
you mentioned, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to agree with you on those points and then stretch even further. I think anyone who was advocating for Mitchell Robinson to be the starter this season and kind of arguing on who that fifth starter is going back and forth, you were in our last podcast a huge advocate for Mitch being that fifth starter. I've always leaned more toward Deuce, but the benefits showed themselves. Like you saw it immediately in the first quarter. We really struggled last year with Josh Hart in the starting lineup, setting a tone and taking the lead in the first. And that was exacerbated the playoffs, where it would just become a trend. Every game we're having to claw back from a large deficit or even a smaller deficit for no reason other than we're losing a rebounding battle. They're getting more second chance points than us, and we can't protect the paint. We saw that tonight. Mitchell Robinson dominating first quarter. The moment he set, they really started attacking the paint again. And we saw the deficiencies of Cat at the five. And also, I think the one rotation I didn't like, if you're going to start Mitch, I think Yabusele should come in alongside Cat, never man the five by himself. And in defensive rotations, don't be the rim protector. Let's put Cat in that action and force Cat to get good reflexes defending the rim. Yabusele far often I thought was at the five and guarding the rim, and he got treated like a turnstile. Like he needs to be up toward the free throw line, the perimeter, keeping his man from driving in, not the last line defense.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do that. You see, either sometimes it was a play. It's just his instinct to drop because it was a play. There was a fast break with him and Mikal, and he dropped really low and it kind of threw Mikal off. He didn't know if he was supposed to take ball or the person rotating, and it ended up with an easy alley oop for Philly. So you can see like it's still not there yet because you have to break his habits. He has to get new ones, and that may take a little while in time, and especially when we're trying to play so fast. And another team, we're pushing a team to play fast. Those rotations have to be there, and that's why they had got so many points in the paint. It was the helping.
Right.
It's not there just yet because that's something you're getting used to, a whole new system of we got to do it as a team. We have to be on the string. That's how Mike Brown wants it to be, on the string. Your defense on the string. And so yeah, Yabu, the lineup with him and Cat, it was cool. But again, even with Yabu, it still was some defensive where Philly scored. It wasn't very easy, hard for them to get the buckets at
Right.
points and when they were on the floor. So I'm cool. Stretches, sure, I'm cool exactly with what Mike. I know it's not going to be as many players, but how he staggered minutes, how he allowed Mitch to play with the bench, how he allowed different players to play with the starters. And speaking of our different players, I know you probably want to talk about your boy Shamet, but Shamet looks real comfortable in the situation in this system, and I kind of thought I mentioned this in the pod that he would. I know he played with Phoenix, and Phoenix has always been known to play fast. He's an ultimate team player, so he fits seamlessly on both ends. Because in Mike Brown, you have to be a good team defender, and Shaman is an excellent team defender. He's a good on-ball defender, an excellent team defender. He's always there in rotations, always
Yep.
stunting the ball, always doing something to help his teammate guard their man. So he might, because this system fits him so well, might get more minutes than people may think. I don't know, but if he's as comfortable as I think he is, and see today the way he did the guarding of the ball, because even in the playoffs we saw him guard T.J. McConnell, so we know he can do it when the lights are bright too. When you asking him to hold down somebody, but I was very impressed, more so just on he moving, real free. Another one that looked real free, but I was more impressed on his defense. Such a solid defender, always in the right spots, good defensive instincts, and him and Mo Mo defensive instincts is on point. Oh my
Point.
goodness,
Agreed. I think that the
he is.
two questions. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
I was
Apologies.
about to say it's fluid. There's no thinking about it. It's
Demon time.
no thinking about it. It is no. It's out here. Oh, he got the ball. Okay, I'm pressuring you. He was pressuring people and scaring them. They was stepping out of bounds. I'm like, okay. And just his playmaking, his instincts are there. playmaking, looking to get his teammates involved, and it's not forced. They're very good passes. They're very
Better
good
than
in time.
expected for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm out. I'm off the charts happy, y'all.
The two questions I walked away with this game thinking were both really good ones. One was, three. The first one is, I think my Brownies had spanned the rotation a little bit. There's so much talent on this roster that could be situational based on who you're matched up against, based on the weaknesses of the opposing team. If they're bad at defending the perimeter like we were last season, Garrison Matthews absolutely needs to get some burn in this roster. Landry Shamet and Mitchell Robinson to me, Landry Shamet and Hot Porty to me were the two players that really I thought made a case to be in the rotation. Hot Porty, the minutes where Yabusele was sharing the court with Hot Porty and said Cat, all of a sudden our rim at the rim defense improved. And then prior to that, when Shamet came to the game with Yabusele and Cat, I thought Shamet was the best rim defender of the five guys out there. He was the best at keeping his man from the free throw line contained. He'd cut off drives. He cut off handoff drives. He cut off cuts. I was like, Shamet, man, you're picking up right where you left off in that playoff series against Indiana, where you might have been our best perimeter defender outside of OG. It's an obvious choice. But Shamet, man, you're right. The team defense, you don't have to worry about the other four guys who are on the court. He's going to be that linchpin that ensures that those whatever rotation is missed, whether it's Cat or Brunson, he's going to be there to clean that up, hedging toward the basket to make sure that we don't give up easy layups at the rim. So this might be a 12-man rotation. Who knows, man? I mean, again, with Hart out, you're going to deal with injuries. Shout out to Hart. It looked like a non-contact situation. Don't know how serious that was. He was also grimacing and holding his back. So I don't think there was anything super serious in terms of lower leg extremities, but it could be a back issue that plagued him for a while. We got the guys. Diawara, Mo's another name, who would come in to be 10, 12 a night. Garrison Matthews, someone who I named a bum when we'd signed him. I was like, well, maybe he's not. He would like hood rat Novak out there. My boy with the tats felt like he had a little swag to him. I felt like he didn't grow up in the suburbs. I was impressed with his moxie against double teams and movement shooting and being crowded in the corners and coming out those hard closeouts that he was knocking down threes. And I was like, this guy's a game, but the same shot selection that I saw from Shamet last year that told me that can be duplicated in the playoffs, right? Not super wide open threes, but wide threes that are defended well. I think I saw the same profile from Garrison Matthews. If you want to touch on any of those guys, in the bench guys.
Yeah. Matthews. He I didn't expect much. Like I had no expectations. You get what I mean about it. But like he showed me a little something like you mentioned, the Novak role. If you need a 3-pointer real quick, you need a sharpshooter, you need somebody to help space the floor real quick. And especially in like a playoff situation, maybe you think, I don't know, you might need somebody to what you call them, like spread the floor. He held his own on defense. It wasn't atrocious. He held his own. So yeah, I definitely and just to do about Mitch real quick about the starting. I know I said everything I want to say about the Mitch, but you see the impact. At one point, I think it was 16 rebounds or something in 7 minutes. It was crazy. Something reckless. And people were talking about his defensive rebounding or whatever. But again, when he wants to grab the ball, he does. A lot of times he just lets his teammates do it. So you saw that. You saw his impact from the get-go, playing the passing lane, got some steals. You see it all over. There's points where it doesn't add into the box score, which is why I would say men lie, numbers don't, but they could be deceiving as hell. Because he doesn't quit and when there's an offensive rebound, he tipping the ball about 2, 3, 4 times. He couldn't get the ball, right? But him tipping the ball a lot, it hit off of the Phillies. They couldn't contain it.
Yeah.
They couldn't contain it. So we still get another possession. That stuff doesn't go into the box scores, but this is stuff that he does, the impact, the little things, the dirty work. And that's why I think, again, and you saw him and Cat can work together. You saw the screening, and he gave him good screens, him moving, him rim running, being in the short corner if he needs to be. You saw a little 2-man game with him and Brunson, hit him on the pass, and he did a little finger roll. So I think, and then you saw Mike Brown stagger him. It wasn't a lot of minutes in a row for Mitch, and it still can work. And then hopefully, just like where my favorite plays when they were at their peak, where he didn't play a lot of fourth quarter. minutes. You know what I'm saying? What would Steph's numbers look like if he played fourth quarter minutes? Right? So that's what I'm looking for the Knicks. We be able to load minutes like we did today, where because we're just putting constant pressure on the team and we're able to separate from them. And then now we don't have to play our starters. We can get the others involved and get them in their flow, filling themselves because you never know when you need them.
Great point. Let's talk about the last group of guys, two of our new additions over the summer, Malcolm Brogdon and Jordan Clarkson. By the second quarter, I was getting a little worried because I hadn't seen Malcolm Brogdon yet. I was asked my pops, man, what's up with Brogdon? And maybe he's nursing an injury, or the medical staff, Casey Smith, wants to hold him off for limited minutes because of his proneness to get injured as Mr. Glass Part 2. I was worried about his impact and what he would bring. And then when he came in, was actually pretty impressed. He seemed, Ryan in chat, in our group chat, said he kind of shaking off the rust of not having played consistent minutes in a while. But I thought that he brought a few things that we've been sorely lacking with our backup point guard, which is crisp, high efficiency reads on offense, hitting guys in their pocket with quick strides to clean layups up. And also, I thought he got to the corners. Him and Clarkson both did really well getting to their spots in the corners, which has been a point of emphasis by Mike Brown to allow above the break to be kind of where the action starts. So you have options on the strong side and weak side with guys who do catch and shoot on the spray outs once you drive. The offense would set every time. That's, you can tell they have been doing that over and over in practice. I thought it was one of Clarkson and Brogdon's strengths, were being those guys that leaped out into those corners. Even though they didn't hit all their shots, I think Brogdon hit one three. Clarkson was pretty awful today on offense, but Brogdon gave us a lot of really good passes. He's a high intelligent, high IQ guy out there who can run the offense, not turn the ball over. And the size, I mean, he's got the size where he can play 2 and a 3 in some of those closing lineups, if healthy. Again, not sure how healthy he is. Definitely a lot of rust to get off, but we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree, disagree on my assumption on Clarkson? Maybe a little harsh. And Brogdon today?
Yeah, nah, Clarkson, like I said, he gives and he takes it. It's fair. I see. And like you mentioned, again, both of those players come from teams that weren't playing for anything. So you just gotta give them, I guess, grace too, because that take the expectations, playing with expectations, playing with less how do you say, maybe leeway, or I hate to say leash, but less shots, less opportunities even, maybe, how do you deal with that? Also, again, Clarkson's never seen a shot he doesn't like. He had, so him not wanting to take all of those, that could choosing when to and when not to take some time for him also. I saw him competing on defense, giving effort, and that's all that I asked for. He was trying. It's not naturally in him, it's just not there. So it's going to take time for those new habits to kick in, and the system for him to become muscle memory. But at least he gives the effort, the energy on that, and that's a start.
Yeah, I thought one of the things Brogdon did really well on defense. That first quarter, I noticed because of how small Philly was, Nick Nurse was doing a lot of guard-to-guard screens, trying to get Jalen Brunson a lot of that action and kind of attacking him off the dribble. I thought Brogdon did a much better job against the 3-guard lineups that Nick Nurse was playing, keeping his man in front of him. And I was like, okay, I'm not worried anymore about the campaign. Those men were campaign. Even Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly, when that point guard would come in, you didn't just lose the playmaking of Brunson, the shot selection. You also lost the charges and the defensive effort. You had guys that were better in transition, but once the defense had to set, a lot of the times, I mean, we saw in the playoffs where campaign almost became unplayable because of his ability to keep his man in front of him or get easy post-ups or easy seals in the paint. I thought Brogdon did a good job. Him and Shamet, not so much Jordan Clarkson, who I saw twice ball watch the dude go right by him. He tried to do those reach around fouls. It's like, bro, you got to know where you're supposed to be at in rotation. But Brogdon and Shamet, I thought, did a really good job of keeping their man in front of them. And it was a positive thing. I'm like, okay, these 12 minutes, short minute, maybe he did 15. Brogdon can be highly effective on both sides of the ball without compromising our defense.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I definitely I like Shaman. He looks like the system was made for him. he probably another one that's ecstatic right now. Because yeah, he looks seamless on both ends. Was able to keep Maxey when he played with the starters. Looked like he belonged there too. So it was very, the system looked good on him. He was playing within it too, very well. always on the move, like you mentioned, giving the passes, shooter pockets so he can see, moving, going up, doing exit screens, whatever he had to do to help a teammate. He does what to help and not hurt.
Yeah, it's a
He
great
does,
point.
he does whatever, whatever the team needs to help and limit what hurts the team.
And then playing three guards too. I mean, look at how Mitch ate today. Nick Yak has a great comment here about the 20 offensive boards. Mitch having 5 offensive boards in 17 minutes is like, if we play teams that have any type of depth issues at the 5, Mike Brown has a lineup that can absolutely feast and destroy them the same way that Indiana and OKC last year had certain lineups against certain deficiencies. They could go real small with Siakam at the 5 or J-Dub at the 5 and absolutely blow the doors off of you. I think we can go both routes. We can go super big with OG and Bridges, whoever's at the Brogdon at the point, Mitch and Cat, or we can go really small with Cat at the 5 and surrounded by shooters. Like I saw seeing the whole roster play, I was like, damn, man, there are guys who have really elite skill sets off the bench. And I former apology. I'm sorry, Garrison Matthews. Bro, you are not that other bum we had last season. I can't remember that white guy from New Orleans, Steve Smith or whatever.
Wasn't it Matt Ryan? Didn't we
Ryan.
have Matt Ryan?
He's
not still on it. No.
Garrison Matthews can play with tight defense draped on him on the perimeter, and that's a skill set that absolutely translates to playoff basketball.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff that I'm not used to today.
Same.
The lady that sing, I got beans, greens, tomatoes. That's how I felt with this team. Like we got passing, we got fast breaks. I felt like this.
I wish I knew how to bring that meme up. Oh my God, that's funny.
That's how I felt with the New York Knicks. Like how you want it? What's up? That's exactly how I felt today. It was crazy. I'm seeing fast breaks, sprints. I'm seeing fast breaks. I'm seeing us move. I'm seeing us do X out defensive coverages. I'm seeing us run plays for other people. I'm looking at Jalen Brunson not have the ball. I see him all over the court, not just at the top of the key. We did so much things, and the movement, it creates so much other things. It creates mismatch. And one thing I noticed that we got a lot of was loose balls. We got a lot of loose balls because nobody's ever in position because they're too busy worrying about the likes of JB, Cat, Mitch. They worried about them, and then the ball just drops on the floor. Now we have another opportunity, or we stole or we got a defensive rebound that just kindly rolled to our guard. You get what I mean? Because there's so much movement on both ends. People are out of position, and it affords us easy opportunities. Pause. I said pause. I'm sorry. I was in the zone. I ain't even realize it.
That's the type of analysis you only get here on the KOT. That's why I always say my dad taught me how to love the game. Then Hubie Brown taught me to respect the game. Ebony's taught me to understand the game, understanding how movement, implying the movement or initiating the movement was something that Tom Thibodeau didn't make a top priority. So you had guys that really had to create with very little space, which then creates very little space for other actions and other players to get clean looks or clean passes. With all the movement, you don't know where to center your attention. So it really throws the defense off. And when you have so many weapons like we have, someone's going to be elite wherever the ball lands. It could be a 3, it could be a push shot, it could be a layup, it could be a post up, it could be anything. It could be Jalen Brunson hitting a dagger to win the game. It makes this offense really dangerous moving forward. And there's so much that could be improved upon that we haven't really even seen. I mean, think about the 3-point shooting today, 20.5%. Like we shot 20% from 3 and we still blew them out. Maybe because they only shot 9% from 3, which is a combination of them having bad shooters and I thought really solid closeouts from us starting in the first quarter. I thought we closed out on the perimeter stronger and harder than we did for the majority of last season. And then also keep our turnovers down. It's only 17. That could even be chipped down even more, I think, and take care of the ball. But again, that will come with more continuity where guys know where to be and catching the right spots and not forcing things. And free throws, finally, 66% from the free throw line. You bump that up to 80, and we probably win this game by 25, 30 points. Small little details, right? Tightening the fundamentals. This could be a really serious offensive juggernaut come maybe as early as November.
Yeah, nah, seriously. And you talk about again that points in the paint, but the contest is what leads to points in the paint because obviously we're running them off. So
Right.
again, the help has to be there. The helper was the problem. That comes with again practice. They'll get that together. We talk about contesting though. 0 for 8 in the first quarter. I know that, and then they went 1 for 12 in the second. And I forgot to take the notes for the rest of the game. But for that first half right there, that's because that's when the majority of the people that's probably really going to play anyway. So that's
Right.
1 for 20 right there. 22 free throws in the first half. We free throw line. We got to the free throw line before, but again, it's being everybody gets some. You see, Mikel looking good, going to the rim, not avoiding contact. Went to the rim multiple times today. Um, it looks so good. The points in the paint is just that'll come. I mean that'll stop pause and they'll get it together once it's just what do you call it? Once it's the help is there. The help is there, but that .5 rule where everybody has to make a decision either shoot pass. It's beautiful to watch and the constant movement. We seeing stagger screens. We seeing dribble handoffs. You see Mitch do a dribble handoff. Oh, you didn't work. Like I said, then what happened? They rescreen it. They
Right.
rescreen it. We saw that. We saw the pistol action. We saw that. We saw motion. We saw a little read and react. We saw all of it. We did see saw flow. You saw, which is early offense. We seen it all today a little bit and what more to come. So I'm excited. Again, we're missing somebody. We're missing somebody. Them contested shots was huge though. In
Yeah.
a league where everybody wants the three, to be able to guard it that way is big.
Yeah. I think the biggest shock for me was how much off ball action was being run, how much screening was happening on the weak side where the ball handler wasn't preparing or allowing for an extra opportunity in case they throw a double or they close out real hard on Brunson or Bridges, whoever has the ball at that time. Other people are doing things for their teammates to help them get open. We didn't see that really until the end of last season. And each playoff series, you saw it implemented more and more, but it wasn't consistent. I mean, it would have been consistent. Guys wouldn't have got random and ground so much. It wasn't really a minutes thing. It was a usage thing. How are guys being used? How on ball are they? That lowers their endurance. It makes them more worn out because they're constantly being swarmed by defenders. Allowing for that off ball action means that when they catch it off of that cut or off of that screen or curl, it's going to be a wide open shot, which the defense now has to adjust to the movement of the ball from one side of the court to the other instead of knowing exactly where it's going to be and exactly where it's going to stay. So, shout out Mike Brown for implementing easy things that all the newbies were able to just get in line with and implement. Really, it's the starters. It's the Tibbs guys, the Tibbs vets that I think had the most work to do to wash off some of those bad habits under the previous regime and start buying into this ball movement, man, because, wow, this trip is coming for real. Like, real talk. This
Yeah.
trip, I saw a lot.
Yeah, and again, I kind of mentioned about uh, the last part about Mike Brown's defensive philosophies and how he doesn't leave people on the island. It's a
Mm.
beautiful thing. It looks different. So I see Nick Yat, who's big on Kolek. I think he was still the weakest link. But he looked still like he was holding his own. But they can fit. They can just fit in the system because you're moving. Everybody is no pressure on you. It's no pressure to you have to do it. It's no you have to do it. It's you do your job, and then we'll do it together. That feels a lot different. So and Jalen Brunson instead of I don't know, maybe he taught him something differently to make some click for team defense. Just know that you just got to be in spots, not necessarily having to guard this person together. Push them to a certain spot, an angle. Just get there. Use the sideline as another defender. So you instead it's like almost a double team. You use the court as another defender. The ice it's called the ice. The ice is big in Mike
Tip,
Brown's. It, it's big in Mike Brown's system too.
yeah.
Like, but he also preaches this on the string. I didn't see that too much, and maybe practice because we didn't practice, so maybe practice is what it did it. If Tibbs was doing ice, maybe it's the practice. You got to get the break the bad habits part.
I like that the team was allowed to switch when they felt it was best for the defense. If there was a matchup that is better, not fighting through a strain and allowing trusting the teammate to pick up the slack. And you saw certain lineups. It was like, man, I need to get Mitchell Robinson off of me. Oh, shit, all of a sudden it's Mikal Bridges. I had Mikal Bridges off of me. All of a sudden you got Cat at the level. Like, I liked it. You never saw switching in preseason. It was man-to-man all the time. And we saw zone in this first preseason game, and we saw a heavy amount of switching in the first quarter in a preseason game. So I think Mike Brown is going to be the type of coach where you can't necessarily predict what he's going to do, and that's a good thing. He's going to leave it game to game, possession to possession, match to matchup, to let the game really actually tell you what to do. Opposed to saying that, but actually telling you and expecting you what you need to do every time. So, I'm happy so far in this Mike Brown tenure. This was a great game one statement, and I look forward to watching the rest of his preseason, us to establish ourselves.
Yeah, I was gonna show you some of the box score real quick. Let me see. I'm trying. Bear with us. We out here doing our production skills too. What's up? Multi-talented out here.
Hey, let's go. Oh, I don't know. I'm actually running the show right now. We switched over to StreamYard, and Ebony and I are tag teaming the production of the show. So level up, baby. Most improved player award coming. Let's go. I'm on my Randall shit.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry. I'm going to get there, y'all. I'm there. Ooh, check me out. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I was supposed to do this first. I got to excuse me. I told y'all I'm out here.
I'm gonna shout the chat while you figure that out, man. We got
over
100.
I got it. Can you see it? Can you guys see it?
I see it.
Look at the points over here, guys. Nobody's points blows you away, but we blew the Sixers out because it was a collective effort. Just everybody, look, 4, 11, 7, 10, 6, 9, 12. 2, 6, 2, 3. You got Garrison Matthews that we didn't expect to give us 9, but 9. Hook 6. Like Kolek give us 6. McBride came in here. Huh?
Kolek played decent defense, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he held his own. His own.
Better than Summer League.
He had some parts where they looked like they was thinking more than doing or whatever. Let me see. I'm sorry, y'all. Just wanted to see look, the rebound. Just everybody get some. 5. We got a couple people 5 and 4. McBride Deuce had 5. Yabu 4. Josh 3. That don't make no sense. How many minutes Josh played? Oh, okay, he played 7. He had 3 rebounds. No, I thought I didn't think he had that many. That's why I said Josh. Wow. But yeah, everybody just contributing. How many assists did we have total?
I think 9. No, we had more than 9. We had 24.
Oh, then let's say 19 here.
Okay.
19.
Could be wrong. Get my stats mixed up.
Yeah, play great defense. Finished, give 3 for 35. They shot. They hit 3 3-pointers in 4 quarters.
Yep. We suffocated them on the perimeter. Hey, we appreciate y'all watching, tuning in. We got about 50 on YouTube and over 110 on Twitter. Twitter's been great for us, getting new viewers and then translate to becoming full-time loyalists to us. We appreciate all the support to the KOT show. If you are on Twitter, make sure you go to the YouTube page, subscribe, like, follow all of us. There's going to be content coming out the yazoo this season from each and every one of the KOT members. We are leveling up as individuals and together, and we appreciate the support that you've been giving us all through the summer for the Substack, to our Summer League watch-alongs, as well as the Ebony's Liberty show and Phil's Nightcap show. We really appreciate the love that you give us on Twitter and TikTok and here on YouTube, man. It means a lot to Jay Ellis and the squad. So much love. I'm going to do some shout outs, and then we will give our sign-offs for the day unless you have anything else to talk about, Eb.
Yeah, I just want to show real quick. Look at that. That's Tyrese Maxey. What did I say? You see that? 5 turnovers.
Yep.
That's what you like to see. He has more turnovers than assists. That means it wasn't easy today for him. 5 for 12, didn't hit a 3-pointer. Finished with 14 points, but -5 and a plus-minus. You like to see that.
Amen.
You like to see it. Okay, let me see if I can get out of here now.
All right. Shout out Jay Cruz 0324, Knicks Nation 112. Of course, the OG nostalgic Nick. my best friend on YouTube, Knit Yat, as well as D-Ross, Raw Food. Saw your message, D-Ross, about unblocking your other D-Ross account. Again, man, we have searched, and I don't know how you got blocked, but I'll try to circle back with Fritz and Jay, see if we can figure that out. Brandon Williams, Fritz Aussender, the fifth Beatle, the mod god, the host of the NBA Economy Show. Always love you, bro. My main man, Jeffrey Clafter. If you don't know Jeff is one of the smartest basketball minds in these YouTube streets. He is one of the co-hosts for Dope Soul Sports, along with Queen, and we were able to be blessed enough to have Queen and Jeff on our show to share the stage with me, Ebony, and Ryan. No, not Ryan, and Jay. Had a great collab show this past weekend, and it was really great having conversation and debate. Very healthy debate between their show and our show. I feel like we're the two Illuminati members. Like, we have two super teams of really high IQ basketball ball lovers, and we finally got a nice clash of a Titans to discussion debate our favorite team and our favorite game. So shout out Jeff, man. Also a great writer and definitely a friend of the channel. All right, Eb, you got anything else you want to talk about, or you ready to tell them where to find you?
Let me make sure, because then I'll be mad. Dang. I was like that. I think we pretty much went over everything that I can remember right now. But yeah, I'm excited to be able to watch this team and see how Mike Brown plays around with the rosters and the offense and defense. Pause. And the offense and defense. Definitely. I'm excited to see what that looks like. 100%. I saw a lot that I like today. So he backing up the comments in the press conference already from game one. Like to see it.
I agree. The future is bright. I mean, I'm just as excited about the regular season and getting to a groove of contention as I am for the playoffs to start. Like, I think this is going to be a regular season for the ages. I think we're really going to see a Jalen Brunson MVP campaign. I think Mike Brown's going to be a finalist for Coach of the Year, which would tie him with Tibbs if he wins it. 3 Coaches of the Year. I mean, pretty impressive to have back-to-back coaches of that stature. Think about the days of Larry Brown and Mike D'Antoni and Derek Fisher and David Fizdale. I mean, we're blessed right now. Let's remember our blessings and keep those blessings going. All right, Ebony, tell them where to find you, and then we will enjoy our Sunday.
You can find me here after every post game. Coming soon. You're definitely gonna this year be more consistent with the pre-games. So you can catch me on pre-game breakdowns before the games, I guess, the night before. And also where you can catch me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok at Mad Knick Fan. On YouTube, I have a space called Your Take Knicks with my guy Brutus before every Knick game, so you can come check me out there. And for the team that's not in the playoffs and they should be in the finals, I host a space called Boiler with the Queens with my sis Queen. So yeah, that's I think that's it. That's about it. Yeah, so be on the lookout because I do have some stuff coming out too. So.
And then you know me, Leah Escobedo. You can find me on Twitter at _Leah Escobedo, LeeEscobedo. Also follow the great mod Fritz Aussender Jr. at Fritz Handles, FritzHandles. He's been in the chat working his magic while he's at work, which always shows how impressive Fritz is and how much of an integral part of this team that he is, as well as all of our brothers and sisters in KOT. Follow KOT at the KOT Show on Twitter and TikTok. Subscribe here on YouTube to support the channel. Black excellence and NBA hoop lovers of all colors, stripes, and backgrounds. It's great to be here with my sister Ebony. Great to be able to collaborate on my recent Guardian article on the WNBA and a new Substack article, which I'll probably start a conversation with her tomorrow if she has time. So be on the lookout for part 2 of our series as well. And man, enjoy your day. The Knicks won. The Knicks blew them out. This is game 1 of a very long season, but what a hell of a start, man. Love these Knicks. Go Knicks. Go Knicks Nation. Go KOT. We will see y'all soon, man. Peace. We out.
New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.